So, recently I was going through a box of random film stuff someone had kindly given me. There's some old film, a Patterson tank, I think that's photo paper, some 620 film. But it was this that stood out to me. It is a bulk loader. You can put 100-foot bulk rolls of film in here and refill 35mm canisters. And I noticed, it still had some film in it. I want to shoot it and see what it is. So I grabbed an empty cassette, taped it up, and began loading this mystery film on. Now I have no idea what this film stock is. I'm certain it's black and white because of its grey, milky appearance. For reference, here's what a C41 colour film looks like. But I have no... Oh, hello. Hi. How are you? But I have no clues as to what brand or speed it is. Or even how old it is, or what conditions it's been stored in. How many Adelaide summers it's endured. How old was I when this film was loaded into this bulk film loader? I chose to shoot it at ISO 100 because even if it is a 2 or 400 speed film, a little bit more exposure is better than a little bit less, especially when it's almost certainly expired. The friend I got this from was not a photographer. I believe it was his grandpa. So there's a high chance this has been sitting in here for quite some time. But anyway, let's go out and shoot this film. Luckily for me, I came across some wildlife while out driving. Don't worry about that. Which made for some good snaps to start our roll. Very nice.
Congratulations.
This is a roll of something that I hope turns out.
So this is for a YouTuber. This is hello YouTube. Hello YouTube.
I really just need to get through this roll ASAP because I don't even know if any of the photos are going to turn out. I wasn't going to risk this roll on anything too important, so I just smashed out a bunch of snaps from when I knocked off work to when I got home and I found my wife doing some DIY in the backyard. Oh, what a beautiful sunset. I'm so glad I'm shooting on black and white film. And soon enough, 30-ish exposures were exposed, and it was time to develop. So I've decided to go for warming up the chemistry in a sous vide bath. We've got them up to 20 degrees just because that's a familiar number if you're developing black and white film. It makes it quite easy. We're using D76 Kodak developer, and my plan is just to develop it for about 10 minutes. Yes, 19.1, 19.7, 20.1. If we get anything, I'll be relieved. The thing that has been in the back of my mind is, what if someone else has opened up the door on this bulk loader and the film is already blank because it's been exposed to sunlight? All of this will have been in vain. That would be terrible. This doesn't look good. So look, we have pictures, but not very good pictures. I don't think. I can see there's a lot of what looks to be bromide drag or something. There's a lot of stuff around the sprocket holes that doesn't look very good. And then there are just large swathes of the film that are just smothered in darkness, like streaky, starting from the sprocket. So I'm not sure what that is just yet. Now, there's no way it could be bromide drag because that happens when you don't agitate the film enough during development. What it could have been, though, is developer surge, which has similar symptoms but is caused by the exact opposite problem. I didn't agitate the film any more than I normally would, so that doesn't initially make sense to me, but it could be because the film's a bit older and it's a bit more sensitive to agitation. I also worked out the film was Ilford FP4, so my idea to rate it at 100 didn't quite cut the mustard. It's only a 125 speed film, so I probably should have rated it even lower. So I went outside and shot another roll. This time I only spooled about 20 exposures and I mated it for ISO 25. When it came to developing, I changed my method a little bit. I didn't warm up the chemistry at all this time. I kept it at room temperature, which this time of year is about 14 or 15 degrees, but I just increased the amount of time we developed for. So it ended up being about 14 minutes, and I made sure the agitation was incredibly delicate. I wanted to give this film its best chance at not developing surge marks. After the final rinse, upon initial inspection, the film appears a lot clearer, so I thought I was in for a win. But upon closer inspection, you can see it still has these strange marks peeling down from the sprocket holes, almost like a burn mark across the top of the film where it says Ilford FP4. So it's not developer surge, and I'm pretty confident it's not bro my drag. So what else could have been causing these light leaks? Well, it's possible it's light piping, or just minuscule amounts of light leaking into the bulk loader over the years. I found this roll of Ilford FP4 that was in the same box as the bulk loader, and its dated expiry is May 1977. So yeah, this could be 50-year-old film that's been sitting in a plastic box. I did get a few more usable photos this time around, some really rather splendid ones in fact, but I also think I got lucky with this section of film, because at the other end, here's how these ones turned out. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that's about it. Hopefully this helps you decide what to do the next time you inevitably stumble upon a stash of old film and wonder if you should shoot it or not.